Quantum psychology, how your mind shapes reality. Right now, your brain is constructing a version of reality, not interpreting reality, not observing reality, constructing it. Everything you see, everything you hear, everything you believe is real, exists first inside your mind. Modern physics tells us that reality behaves differently when observed. Psychology tells us perception shapes experience. So here is the question that changes everything. Are you experiencing the world as it truly is, or as your mind allows you to see it? Welcome to quantum psychology, where consciousness, perception, and reality begin to overlap in ways science is only starting to understand. Part 1. Your brain doesn't see reality. Your eyes do not actually see the world. They capture light. Your ears do not hear reality. They detect vibrations. Your brain receives incomplete signals and then performs an extraordinary act. It guesses. Neuroscientists now believe perception works like prediction. Your brain constantly predicts what should exist around you. Then it edits incoming information to match those expectations. In other words, you are not seeing reality. You are seeing a simulation created by your brain. Think about optical illusions. Even when you know they are fake, you still see them, because perception is not truth. It is interpretation. Two people can experience the same event and walk away with completely different memories. One calls it opportunity. Another calls it failure. Reality did not change. The observer did. Part 2. Enter the quantum world. To understand quantum psychology, we must travel to the smallest scale of existence, the quantum world. Here, particles behave in ways that completely defy common sense. Electrons can exist in multiple places at once. Particles behave like waves of possibility instead of solid objects. And perhaps most strangely, experiments suggest that observation affects outcomes. In famous physics experiments, particles act like spreading waves when unobserved. But the moment measurement occurs, they become definite particles. Possibility collapses into reality. This phenomenon became known as the observer effect, and it raised a question that still fascinates scientists today. Does observation merely measure reality, or does it help create it? Part 3. The observer problem. Physics describes matter with extraordinary precision, but it struggles with one mysterious element: the observer. What exactly counts as observation? Is it a measuring device, a physical interaction, or consciousness itself? Some physicists argue consciousness plays no special role. Others suggest awareness may be deeply connected to how reality becomes definite. Quantum psychology does not claim magical thinking. Instead, it explores a powerful psychological parallel. Your attention determines your experience. Out of billions of sensory signals, your brain selects only a tiny fraction. What you notice becomes your reality. What you ignore effectively disappears. Attention acts like a spotlight, collapsing infinite possibilities into one lived experience. Part 4. How beliefs shape experience. Imagine two individuals starting the same business. One believes success is possible. The other expects failure. Their external circumstances may be identical, but their internal worlds are radically different. The optimistic mind notices opportunities. The fearful mind notices threats. Psychology calls this confirmation bias. Your brain searches for evidence that supports what you already believe. Over time, beliefs influence decisions. Decisions influence actions. Actions influence outcomes. It begins to feel as if reality itself confirms your expectations. Not because thoughts magically control the universe, but because mindset determines which possibilities you pursue. Your thoughts guide you through the landscape of potential futures. Part 5. The quantum brain idea. Some researchers have proposed a bold hypothesis. What if the brain itself uses quantum processes? Inside neurons exist microscopic structures called microtubules. Certain scientists suggest these structures may support quantum interactions. If true, consciousness might not simply emerge from classical computation. It could represent a bridge between mind and fundamental physics. This idea remains controversial. Many scientists remain skeptical. But even disagreement reveals something important. Consciousness remains one of the greatest unsolved mysteries in science. Despite all technological progress, we still do not fully understand how awareness exists. Part 6. Practical quantum psychology. Whether consciousness is quantum or not, one truth is undeniable. Your mental state shapes your lived experience. Focus changes emotion. Interpretation changes stress. Expectation changes behavior. When you practice mindfulness, you are training attention. When you reframe negative thoughts, you change emotional outcomes. You are not passively living inside reality. You are actively participating in it. Every moment, your brain selects meaning from chaos, and meaning determines the quality of life. Part 7. The observer of life. Perhaps quantum psychology does not prove that thoughts control the universe, but it reveals something equally profound. Reality and observer cannot be completely separated. You influence the world through perception, action, and awareness. Every decision collapses possibilities. Every choice creates a new path forward. You are not just a spectator in existence. You are an observer participating in reality's unfolding story. So the real question is not, what is reality? The real question is, who are you choosing to become within it? Because the way you observe the world may shape the world you experience. If this changed how you see reality, take a moment to observe your thoughts differently today. You may discover that changing the observer changes everything.